Hey guys, welcome to this Christmas theme episode of The Studio. Have you finished your Christmas shopping yet? What's that? You still need to know what's on my wish list? Well, chocolates are always yummy, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. Oh, sorry, you didn't want my wish list? This is quite embarrassing. Anywho, stay tuned for heartfelt Christmas news stories, winter break announcements, a peek into some of our classes, upcoming events, and a Christmassy quick cues. This is our last episode of the year, so I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm Laura Dishman, and this is The Studio. Vivian Lord, a 7-year-old girl from Arkansas, wrote a letter to the toy makers of the iconic Green Army Men figurines and insisted on them making a female version for her and other girls to play with. Her wish has come true just in time for Christmas. Vivian received 2 bags of BMC Toys Plastic Women military figures as an early Christmas gift. More figures will be available to the public in January 2021. The toys will come in several colors, including pink. Local businesses across the country are finding ways to give back this Christmas. In Manitowoc, Wisconsin, Metal Art of Wisconsin has decided to donate its handcrafted American flag wall designs to servicemen and women all over the country. In Kalamazoo, Michigan, 15-year-old Layla Wallace began a bakery called Layla's Cool Pops. In addition to employing 5 workers, she has donated more than $3,000 in sales to her local community. Authenticity 50 is a bedding and home goods company based in California. Husband and wife Jimmy and Steph McDonald co-founded the company that uses all products made in the USA to keep their employees working. The McDonalds have used their bedding fabric to make masks, and they have donated more than 20,000 masks to frontline workers. Just a reminder in these tough times how integral our local businesses are to our small communities. Thank you for tuning in to our World News segment. Now let's take a look at our Tiger announcements.
As you all know, winter break begins Saturday, December 19th. We will be out of school for 2 weeks and 1 day to return on Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. When we return January 5th, it will be a delayed start. Students will report at 10 a.m. Are you looking for a new class to take next year, but you don't know what to pick? HHS has several department electives to choose from. We here at the studio are creating department spotlights to highlight elective courses by interviewing teachers and students so you can learn more about the class options you have. Our first spotlight is today. Let's check out the media department.
The media department, we have 3 courses that we offer. We have Introduction to Communications, Radio and Television, and Student Media. Introduction to Communications is the prerequisite for our radio and television course, which is the Studio, and also the prerequisite for Student Media, which is our yearbook course. So in Intro to Communications, you will learn all about the production process, how to operate a camera, how to do lighting, audio. You will learn about script writing and being on camera, speaking fluently, confidently. And then you also learn post-production, which is editing and creating graphics on the computers to make our final product, which is the Studio. Once you get into radio and television, you actually complete and make the Studio for students to view every episode. Some students think that you should take radio and television if you enjoy being in front of the camera. And that is true. If you enjoy being in front of the camera, you should definitely take radio and television and Introduction to Communications. But it's not all about being in front of the camera. We also need students to run the camera, to do the audio and run our teleprompters. We need students to do post-production and editing on the computers. So if you like to create things on the computers and do editing, this would be a great course for you.
I've definitely learned how to work a camera, kind of know how to get in the perfect shot, being careful on like my zooming in, out. Learned a lot of editing, so I kind of know the basics of it. I mean, there's still a lot to learn. And definitely writing. I used to really struggle with writing a script, and now I've gotten better at that. And it kind of helped with like directing. I feel like a director sometimes getting to like tell people and use like your creative side of it, so.
My favorite part of this class is definitely post-production, which is editing and seeing the final product. It's very nice to like see the final product because you put so much hard work into it, and it's very fulfilling and rewarding. I definitely love filming quick cues with Paige because I get to see her having fun.
Special features and quick cues have to be my favorite thing filming, because I like to have like, whenever you just see different people's faces and you get to use your creative side, and it's always the people that are on here helping us film, they're always having fun, and it's like we joke around and we laugh, but it's kind of like those fun memories I get from doing the filming and getting to interact with everyone. When I used to watch The Studio, I always like thought it was so entertaining and so funny, and like I love to be in the spotlight, so I was like, I want to be a part of this, and it was just so much fun last year that I'm like, I definitely want to take this again this year, and I've learned a lot from it.
In yearbook, you will learn about graphic design, journalism, and reporting. So you'll get to interview students and do photography at sporting events. And then you design the pages for the yearbook that we print at the end of the year, a 132-page history of our year here together as Tigers.
I took yearbook as a class. I started last year, second semester, because I really just needed a class to fill in, but I ended up loving it, and I ended up loving design, so that's why I continue to take it this year.
I had always had an interest in photography, and I wanted to see how I liked it.
I took yearbook as a class because I wanted to express my creativity through another class besides just an art class.
I really like journalism, and that's kind of what I want to go into for college, so I figured I'd test it out first.
I like to do stuff that's very creative, and I thought it would be fun to be a part of the group that documents our school's history.
My favorite thing about yearbook is designing pages and getting to know more people throughout the school.
I really like designing and taking pictures. It lets me be really creative.
It's really fun, and you get to know a lot more about students and meet new people.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's really fun, and it's really nice to see the finished product.
It's very fun, and you get to be creative. It is a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end when you get to be part of something so great.
You can do something that will be good for your strengths. So if you're really good at designing, then you can come in and help design our yearbook. You can work with pictures and a bunch of stories and mods that the reporters would do, and it's just a great class to take for stress relief, because you get to design a bunch of pages, and just it's very stress relieving.
Media courses give you an opportunity to have a real world experience in the classroom. And you're branching outside of Hagerstown Junior Senior High School when you take these courses, because you are the face of Hagerstown Junior Senior High School if you are one of our anchors on the studio. And you are the voice of our school because you're deciding what gets shared with the community through the studio and in our yearbook. So if you want a real life experience and to have a voice, then these classes would be great for you.
In the media department spotlight, you get to see a glimpse of what it's like in here in the studio. If you found what we do interesting, then you should join the studio. The class is open to high school students. Students need to take Introduction to Communications to learn the basics. Contact your guidance counselor and Miss Isaacs to sign up for next year. Stay tuned after winter break for other department spotlights. Seniors interested in pursuing a degree in education? Listen up. This news is just for you. Miss Arnold has shared information about the Next Generation Hoosiers Education Scholarship via email. Be sure to check it out to see if you qualify. Applications are due by January 31st, 2021, so don't let this email sit in your inbox too long. SGA elections wrapped up this morning. I hope you got your ballot submitted so your voice is heard. SGA officers will be announced at the end of today. Good luck to all those who ran, and we look forward to hearing the results. Now to Kennedy for our upcoming Tiger events.
Our Lady Tigers basketball players will travel to Centerville tonight to take on the Bulldogs. Also at 6 tonight, the diving portion of Connorsville Invitational for swimming and diving will take place. None of our Tiger Sharks will be competing this evening. The Tiger Sharks will be in action at the Connorsville Invitational Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. The Lady Tigers basketball players will return to our Hagerstown to compete on our home court Saturday as they host Northeastern. JV tips off at noon and varsity at 1:30 p.m. Saturday evening, the boys varsity basketball team travels to Monroe Central for tip-off at 6 p.m. The wrestling and junior varsity boys basketball events originally scheduled for Saturday have been canceled. Athletic schedules are light next week as we head into Christmas. Be sure to follow EventLink for schedule updates. Good luck to all of our Hagerstown Tigers competing during winter break. Let's join Paige for this week's Quick Cues.
I'm Paige Strothman, and welcome back to another segment of Quick Cues. Today's Quick Cue question is, out of all the Christmas you've had, what is your most favorite Christmas present you've received? For me, it has to be when I was 11 years old and I received a mountain bike. I was so excited for that. All right, come on, let's go see what else everyone has to say.
It was the Clone Turbo Tank Lego Star Wars set.
Monkey.
Why a monkey?
Chocolate milk.
My favorite Christmas present was probably my AirPods.
The first year that my husband and I were dating, so before we were actually married, I bought him a watch, and it was a really nice watch. And so when I gave him that present, he handed me my present, and guess what it was?
What?
I got a watch from him too. So I knew then maybe he was the one.
Backstop for like a pitching, like for baseball.
Well, about a couple years ago, I got some red Air Max 97s, and I really like those.
Why?
They're comfortable, and they're kind of raw.
Probably a PS4.
Probably an Xbox One.
Money. Probably money.
To be honest, my phone, because I can call my grandma, my dad, my mom, and pretty much everyone I have.
When I was probably 7, I got my first set of Legos, and I've kind of been a Lego guy ever since. So it was a police station built out of Legos.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm grateful for everything I get, so I don't have a favorite.
Not really received, just spending time with my family, because my grandparents were older and we lost both of them in the last year. So just time spent with family.
Not necessarily a present, but
Last year, my mom took my family, my brother's family, and my other brother. We all went to Frankenmuth, Michigan. We went to a Christmas village, and we stayed in a water park. So all of the kids got to hang out with their cousins, and we all got to spend time together.
So like family bonding really is the best Christmas present, right? Family?
Absolutely.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in to another episode of The Studio. It is crazy to say that we have finally made it to the end of 2020. What a year it has been. Is anyone really sad to see 2020 go? I'm not, that's for sure. I have big plans in store for me in 2021, and it all starts tomorrow. I hope you'll be able to recognize me when we return January 5th. Don't fret, we will be back with even more fun and crazy videos next semester. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful Christmas and winter break, and I look forward to seeing you all again next year. I'm Paige Strothman, and this is The Studio. Merry Christmas, everyone.